What is up, my cuzzies? It's your crazy fella, and today we're back in Ark Survival Evolved, and today I'm going to be showing you something that I found out by complete accident. Now, as you can see, we're on the centre, the lovely redwood biome over there, the North Snow and the green obelisk. And if you head out to the north, of course, everyone knows the Lava Island. It's quite big. It's where most of the Carnos and Rexes and things spawn, all the bad things. And there's in fact a couple of caves on this island. They're working to the left of Carno Island from the main jungle area, to the west side. And as you can see here, we've got a lava flow. There's just one lava flow coming down the west side of the island towards the snow there. Just wanted to check out that Rex because I am looking for a high level female at the moment, but unfortunately it was just a scrub Rex. So find this lava flow, easy enough. There's the snow biome straight across from it, and there's a stone arch just up there. Fly up, and just before the stone arch, as you can see about here, I've put a metal foundation out the front. It's lagging a little bit just to stop people from building there. There's this tiny little entrance that you can hardly fit anything through. Now, if you land your bird like that, you cannot walk it through. You have to fly through, then quickly land, because very soon, boom, there's the transition. Obviously, the visual, the lighting, and the sound changed there. That was the transition into the cave. Not much cave lag on this one, which is nice, but you will get kicked off your bird if you're flying it. So make sure you land it and walk it in. You can walk it all the way down to the bottom of the cave if you want. And there's those coordinates, and I'll pull up the map just to show you exactly where it is if the chat box would kindly sod off. 16.1, 50.7, or thereabouts. And it is, as I say, on the west end of Lava Island. It is known as the Pearl Cave or the West Lava Island Cave, whichever you want to call it. You might have your own name for it. The Pearl Cave is what I know it as, but I think if you want to look it up on YouTube to see any other videos, West Lava Island Cave is your best bet for search terms. Now, I'm going to just show those of you who know me a little bit of my base, just so that you guys can see what I'm up to. But I'm going to talk about the Titanoboa egg farm. Now, I found this completely by accident. This cave spawns quite a few dinos in one area. There's a lot of araneos, a lot of scorpions, arthropluras, Titanoboas, dung beetles, the usual types of dinos that spawn in caves. They're not super high level either, so you can actually tame them. As you can see here, I did tame something. It's not really there, and I don't know why it's hiding in the ground. It's an arthroplura named Xenomorph because it spits acid at you or whatever, I don't know. It seems to glitch through the floor, so I whistle and follow, and Poopy appears in a second. But yeah, you can tame those in the cave. I did tame him just using spoiled meat. He's my base defense. Look at him, isn't he gorgeous? And obviously, if you'll see in a second, there's a few scorpions as well, which we're using for eggs to kibble tame Rexes. We already have a male looking for a female, as I say. Anyway, basically, this cave, because Titanoboas naturally spawn here, it's not a swamp cave, technically. Like, it doesn't look like a swamp, but it does count as a natural environment for Titanoboas. So what that means is, if you've seen other videos on how to make Titanoboa egg farms, we have to build this big contraption out of stone to try and lure them from one side to the other. Nooblets made a really comprehensive video on how to build a Titanoboa egg farm, but he plays on an incredibly friendly, almost roleplay server. So obviously it would be really easy to do on that server. On a normal PvP server, however, it's going to be incredibly difficult. So this is obviously the easiest way. As I say, it was a complete fluke that I found it out. To farm Titanoboa eggs is simply to farm them in this cave. Because of the nature of the cave, it has such a tiny entrance, you cannot fit turtles in here. So the only thing that you could possibly use to tank those auto turrets would probably be a metal shield. and there's only one way in, so it's pretty secure. Hugh Jackman, I choose you. So the trick is, you come down here, you kill off all the dinos that you don't want. You know, maybe you've already tamed a few scorpions and an arthropleura just for lols, for the bants. Then what you want to do is kill off everything else except the snakes. You want to kind of shoot the snakes and lure them into the water. Because when they fall into the water, and don't you fall down there, or you will take a bit of fall damage. Make sure you put a bed down first before coming in here. Normally there'd be a lot of bad things down here, but I've already killed them all. And most of it's respawned as snakes. Like, I think there's only a set amount of dinos that can spawn in this area, wild ones. And as you can see, there are a crap ton of snakes down here. Normally there is not this many snakes. Normally a lot of these snakes would instead be spiders or something. But I've been killing off all the spiders, and then things respawn as snakes, because I think it's like RNG type of deal, is it just spawns as a random cave dino. So obviously as more snakes spawn, less spiders and things spawn, and all the snakes, when they fall in the water, I think, don't quote me on this, they can't get out. The walls of this thing are too high. The only things that can get out are the arthropleras. And eventually they just run out of stamina and sink to the bottom. That is my theory. And they just sit there. And they won't react, they won't aggro, they just sit there producing eggs. And they don't drown because they're amphibious, they're a swamp dino, and apparently can breathe underwater. Their oxygen stat is negated somehow, so they don't drown, they don't die, they don't need to be upkept in any way. They just sit there producing eggs the whole time, and that whole area is classed as a natural environment for snakes, so they just stay there. They don't despawn, they just, yeah. This is another clip just to show you that eggs do spawn, because unfortunately I went down there, I was looking around on the wolf, but I didn't see any on that occasion. Now, this was actually a previous occasion, and it shows off that I actually got 4 Titanoboa eggs in one go, which is pretty impressive. Normally you'd be lucky to find 1 egg, however I do stress that this was a very special occasion. Titanoboas were being very generous to me on this day. So all you got to do, as I say, lure them into the water. It's my vault there, cheeky. I think the sheer sight of all these snakes would put people off coming down here to loot it. You lure them into the water. I presume they run out of stamina and just sink to the bottom. You can hear them aggroing. That is the aggro hiss. Make no mistake about it. They are really, really agitated because I'm getting way too close to them, but they're not moving. It really puzzles me, and believe me, that hissing will scare the crap out of you every time. But they just keep sitting there peacefully. They never move. They never do anything. They just produce eggs. It is absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the easiest way to farm Titanoboa eggs. I actually got encumbered here and had to drop some stone. Be very careful when you come down here. In fact, I've got 200 oxygen, and thankfully I did in this case, because I almost drowned. But it is what it is, and I think a lot of you who would like to kibble tame a Gigantopithecus could actually do that. You will need to play on the center server though. This is on the center map, this cave. There is no place like it that I'm aware of on the island. But cross-server transfer is a thing. You could come to the center and do this, and then transfer the kibble to the island, or what have you, whatever you want to do. Although generally I find highest level dinos spawning on the center. I do prefer the center personally, but it's up to you what server you want to play on. But this is one of the artifacts right there. And there's also yellow cave drops that spawn here. Bit of Mastercraft loot for you. I won't show you what's in the vault in this video. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the easiest way to get Titanoboa eggs, because there is no real effective way to get them on PvP servers except for this way. Building up a massive farm is time consuming, and many of us just don't have time. Thanks for watching.